Welcome back to another tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to talk about the animations, and most importantly we'll talk about activity transitions. Okay, so when opening and closing your activity, Android will play a default transitions, right? So we can customize the activity transitions to reflect the brand of your applications or differentiate with your app, okay, compared to the other app. So activity transitions are available starting with Android 5.0, that is Lollipop or API level 21 version. So activity transitions have two parts: the inter transition and the exit transition. The inter transitions define how the activity and its views will be animated when the activity is opened. The exit transition, meanwhile, describes how the activity and view are animated when the activity is closed or a new activity is open, right? So we can go to our readme section, and let me write down the activity transitions. Actually Android for like it supports the following built-in transitions like explode transition, built-in support by Android. Okay, so the first thing is explode. So what it does is this moves views in or out from the center. Then we have fade, which this view slowly appears or disappears. Then we have a slide, which is moves view in or out from the edges, right? So this is the situations, and so now we will be checking out how to add activity transitions in the in this applications that I have made. Okay, so there are two ways to add activity transitions. One is through the XML and another is through the code. So first we will learn how to add the transitions using the like XML, then we will be using the code. Okay, so you can add activity transition through the XML. So the first step is to enable the window content transition. Okay, it is done through the activities theme. Like let me go to your manifest activity. Okay, so on our manifest we have our obviously the theme, that is the Kotlin app theme, and here you can add your activity transitions like window enter transition. Okay, so you just need to set it to true, so you will have the activity transitions. So after that you can add the enter and exit transitions, right, like item window enter transition, window activity transitions to true, and window enter transitions to your like whatever transitions you want to add, right, like droid transition slide left or side light, whatever it is, enter transition. So and whatever like window exit transition, you exit with the explode. Okay, that I suggested you. So explode is like this moves view in and out from the center, right? And fade means this view slowly appears and disappears, right? So right. So this is how we add it to our activity transitions using the XML, through XML. Okay. Uh, okay. So actually the transitions are enabled using this one, and then you pretty much add your enter and exit transition, specifying the specific transition that you want to do, right? So now we can also add this using the code. Okay, so by code it's pretty simple. You just need to go to your activity transitions activity. You just need to do it is window dot enter transitions equals to first is we have to request feature window dot feature content transitions, and then we have to just actually you can just do it apply, we can just apply it. Okay, and we can just enter transitions to be explode plod explode exit transitions to slide. Yeah, you can just this is Android okay. Okay, we can just write the simple slide. Okay, yeah. So yeah, this is it, guys. So there are two ways to do the transitions. One is by XML and another is by the code. So okay, so that's it, guys. And so you can also actually, okay, but first, guys, I want to make it with the view binding layout. Okay, okay, where is my activity transitions activity? Private LinkedIn binding the activity transitions binding. Okay, and then you can assign it with the inflator layout, inflator, and pass the root, right? So yeah, guys, so now we can just use this in our application. So let's go to our activity and we will start so what we need to do actually when we click and try to compute it. Okay, so this is a simple application which it is like your tip calculator. So you the client pays the amount and he gives the tip percent. Okay, so with this tip percent you can pretty much associate the tip, right, and compute the tip. So we'll be doing this one. Okay, okay, so okay, let's do that. And okay, so let's implement this tip calculator, and so whenever you click the button, just let me comment this down, it is just the extra comment. Okay, you can also do it doing activity transition using direct through code in activity, right? Okay, so but we have already done it using our in the themes, right? So okay, that's why I commented it down there. Okay, so let me go to my activity transitions, and I will try to update view. So let me create a private function with binding. I have this the button, okay, the compute button set on click listener. Whenever I click I will have to create the I have to calculate the amount, right? The percents. So amount text dot text to string, if blank, just pass 0. You have the amount, you have the percent. Okay, percent text to string, and if blank, just pass it 0. Okay, so well, we have to just pass the intent. So our intent will be creating, now go to the output activity, like I mean like this intent that will be launching our output activity. Okay, starting this activity. Okay, so we have to now apply. And pass the extra amount to amount, extra percent to percent, then you start your activity. So now here is the situation. So when we start the activity, we have to also pass our transitions, right? Activity options, make scene transition animation to bundle. Okay, so okay, as you can see here, so now let's go to my amount. My tip is 10% commute. Yeah, I go to my next activity, but still my next activity is called output activity is still empty, so I have to still implement this activity. So what I have to do here is obviously I have to use the data binding also here. I have to clean the project, go to my output activity, implement my necessary binding, create interval binding, output binding, activity output binding is assigned to activity output binding inflate layout inflator. Then you assign it to binding.root, and okay, so now we will also update view. Let's create a private function to update the view, and with the binding we will get the extras amount equals to intent. Actually we have just if you check out, we just have only one text view, so we don't need this with binding. We just can't use amount intent get string extra amount to big decimal dot 0. So similarly we also have for percent cent. Okay, and then we'll also have the tip calculator is amount into percentage divide by 100 to big decimal. Okay, so this formula will calculate our tip, and then our binding tip text dot text will be assigned to the dot string. Actually we don't have the tip yet. String tip will be right. So let's go to my value is the tip. Okay, it's pretty simple. We just need to go and rerun this application. Yeah, okay, so let's go. My is 120, tip is 12%. Okay, so I compute, you see, and you have the necessary animation, right? Okay, it's pretty smooth as you can see here, and that's it. That's the simple way of creating the making your scene a transition animation when you start your activity. Okay, so hope it's really helpful for you guys, and thank you very much for watching this, and catch you up in the next lecture.